Yes, I drink milk from the glass. Yummers. Hey, what's up, chumps? It's your boy Senior Skeef here, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my entire life. An album that not only exceeded my expectations, but set a new bar for how I see music as a whole, all while only coming out 1 month ago. This album is, of course, The Family by Brockhampton, or more realistically, just kind of by Kevin Abstract. It is under the name of Brockhampton, and it is a farewell to the Brockhampton brand and the band itself, even though it's just performed by the leader and creator of the band, Kevin Abstract. It was released on November 17th with a surprise second album coming out on November 18th titled TM. And although TM having the rest of the band members on there, the whole gang, and The Family just Kevin Abstract, I honestly think that The Family is a lot stronger of an album as a whole. And that's nothing against TM, I'll do a little mini review at the end of this video. So with this album only having one performer and an occasional appearance from one of the other band members, Bareface, who actually produced a lot of this album, a lot of modern day rap fans might find that concerning, because they need a hidden Drake feature, or Travis Scott busting a fat one out on the microphone for it to be considered a certified banger. But honestly, I think that this album having no features makes it so much more special. It gives Kevin a chance to speak for himself, and you're never waiting for some other rapper to come up and spit some shit. You're just listening to Kevin Abstract pour his heart out over the most powerful, crazy, energetic, emotional instrumental that I've heard in a long time. I've written a lot. It was itching my nuts while talking. I have written a whole script for this video, but I just kind of want to go off and just say that this album genuinely is one of the most powerful, just one of the most powerful pieces of music that I've heard in a long time. I am almost in awe about how good it is. I cannot express how much I fucking love this album. Now, I already knew that Bareface could sing like a god, and he did some producing on some previous BH projects, but I never expected that this dude would be like one of my favorite producers. The sounds that hit my eardrums while listening to this album is orgasmic. The hard-hitting drum, these weird high-pitched vocal samples, which you hear a lot in a lot of music, but in this album it just feels, I don't even know how to explain it, it just feels different. The reoccurring sound effect that's like it sounds like that. It gives me chills. Kevin's voice over the entire thing is just insane. I just can't get over it. I've been listening to it every single day. I can swear on my nan's life that I listen to this album every single day without fail. Right before recording this, I was listening to the entire album in the shower. I was just skipping through every song. The producing is so crisp, and then at other times so crazy that it just makes it such a fun listen. And I honestly I can't get over it. I feel like what I'm saying in this video isn't as good as my other ones because I can't think. I'm too excited to talk about this album. And even with all of this crazy, wacky shit going on, as crazy as this album is, it's all perfectly held together by the musical mastermind that is Kevin Abstract. His range on this album is wider than the circumference of your mother's fat rolls. 1 minute he's all popping off and energetic and having fun, and then the next minute he's making me nuts. And then the next minute he's so emotional and so down to earth and honest that it almost feels unnatural, but it's so refreshing. I thought about singling out the certain songs that I prefer. Why do you keep fucking squeaking? I thought about singling out specific songs that were my favorites, but I honestly don't even know how to do that because there is not one song on this album that I would consider worse than any of the others or in any way slightly bad. It's a very acquired taste, but for me, it is exactly my taste. This is the exact sound that I want from everything. It's a perfect blend of every single piece of music that I've liked for the past few years put into one album, so I just cannot stop listening to it on repeat. I'm getting so enthusiastic that I'm losing my voice. I'm very sick right now. Bear with me, I'm on a lot of drugs. I am powering through this. I have lights in my face, can't see properly, my head's spinning. Let's keep getting into this album. Even the videos that came out for this shit were fucking awesome. Look at this. And look at that. What's this? Look at this! I'm losing my voice, I'm that excited. I'm finding it hard to put into words how much I love this album. It's too perfect. I can't explain it. It's just a feeling within me. Music is a feeling, okay? Music is it's this thing. It goes, it hits you. This album has hit me harder than anything. In a good way. There's albums that have hit me in an emotional way, such as Speeding Bullet to Heaven. That shit had me depressed for half a year. But this has me pumped for the rest of my life. It's like this album punched, it like uppercut me in the fucking chin, kissed me on the forehead, fondled my balls, and put me to bed. Those are all of the things that I feel from this album. If you haven't listened to this album, The Family, I recommend it because I have never been so in love in my entire life. Now, I always knew that Kevin Abstract was insanely talented with his writing and his rapping and his way of like changing his vocals to sound like an entirely new band itself. You could have a whole separate spin-off band from Brockhampton called like Kev Hampton, and it'd all just be him in different pitches. But I do really think that this album is his best. It's just everything that I want and more. And it's so refreshing to hear someone just be so transparent and honest and emotional over some of the coolest and nicest beats I've heard in ever. Just ever. The instrumental on 37th Street is probably one of my favorite I have heard in my entire life. It's so simple, but it just hits hard, and it's a vibe. And it just gets me in my feels, and the lyrics on it, and the just Kevin Abstract, just so like monotone rapping. This album is why I love music, and it relit that flame within my soul to keep wanting to make music myself. Even though these two albums are technically the end of Brockhampton, I really hope that's not the end for Kevin Abstract, because he should be the shit that we play on the radio. I'm getting really sick while recording. Anyway, I think it's quite obvious when I'm gonna rate this album because I've been absolutely simping over it for too long, but this is a 10 out of 10, without a doubt. I don't even have to think about it. It's an 11 out of 10. Highest thing I think I've ever rated anything out of all of the things that I've ever rated ever. And I've rated a lot. It's kind of became my signature thing at this point, which I never intended. I give it a 1 out of 10. Yeah, it's just the best album ever, no cap, on Abstract. I'll put like a ranking of the track list on the screen right now of just like how I feel about each song. So yeah, that's my review on The Family by Kevin Abstract. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening. TM! Mini review time! Alright, TM. It's pretty good. Now, yes, it's not as strong as the other Brockhampton projects, and it hasn't had time to age, so I don't think I have a full opinion on it yet. I have listened through quite a few times, and I really do like it. I think this album's pretty solid. I think every song slaps like a motherfucker, and it's awesome to hear the whole band sort of back together, performing one last time. It's bittersweet, it's a great ending to the band, and a perfect last album. I think the ending track is probably my favorite on the whole album, followed by Man on the Moon, New Shoes, Animal, and Keep It Southern. Nah, put Keep It Southern higher on that list. Keep It Southern fucking slaps. I'll put a ranking of that track list on the screen too, like I did with the other one. I would make a whole video about this, but I just don't think I really have enough to say. I made a review on The Family because I feel like I have a lot to say about it, and I'm very enthusiastic about how much I love that album, whereas TM, I'm happy with it. I think it fulfilled the expectations, and it was a complete surprise album. So I think technically the expectations for this album didn't exist because I didn't know it was gonna exist. I think everyone expected a whole group project with The Family and could have been disappointed when they found out it was just Kevin Abstract, but then they put this little thing out and it slaps. New Shoes music video is honestly probably one of their best music videos, directed by Matt Champion. Love that. I think it's a very solid album. It's got very solid songs. It's very solid, like my cock when I listen to it. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Yes, it's low. Okay, so seeing as I recorded this video quite a while ago and I've listened to TM many more times, I'm going to be changing my rating to a 7.5 because clearly it's better than a 6.5. Can't believe this idiot even said that, but not that big of a difference, but I just thought it was worth changing. Back to the video. For now, that's my review on it. 6.5 out of 10. Pretty solid album. Good ending to the band. But yeah, very cool, very swag. I like it. Anyway, thanks for watching my review on The Family / TM by Brockhampton. I really loved reviewing The Family just because I didn't even really have to write that much about it. I just sort of rambled on about how fucking good it is. I genuinely think this has passed all the other competition and is now one of my favorite albums of all time, and I did not expect that. And I listened to The Family knowing that there was another one after, so my expectations weren't like too high, and I was like, well, TM comes out after this, so I'll listen to this, and I know it's just Kevin Abstract, and I appreciate it for what it is, and I listened the whole way through, and I loved every second of it, and I'm talking too much because I love this album too much. I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Suggest what I should review next, because as I said, I think reviewing is like my thing now. Goodbye. Catch you on the flippity flip. Fuck off.